Welcome to KevCentral. If you are new here, I focus mainly on bicycle-related content with an occasional scooter or two sprinkled in, mostly two, sometimes three-wheeled transportation. Well, great, so why are you showing me a video of you in your car? That's because today I want to talk to you about bicycle safety, specifically about the dangers of riding a bicycle at night. If you absolutely have to ride at night where it's really black, for car drivers, most of which are distracted by a phone, well, you should only do so if you absolutely have to. First, before I even get into what I want to show you here, let's see what the manufacturers have to say about riding bikes at night. And for that, I'm going to switch over to a different microphone to me, and he can fill us in. Thank you for that introduction, other Mike me. Let's talk about night riding. Let's consult some bike manuals. I have one bookmarked here. This is a priority manual. Look at this. Night riding. Riding a bicycle at night is much, and that's in italics, so you know it's serious, much more dangerous than riding during the day. That's from priority. Let's look at what Schwinn has to say. Bookmark this as well. Schwinn mentions night riding, and look at this. Ride at night only if necessary. Talk about at night, it's not recommended. Even check your local laws regarding night riding, and I've heard about that. Don't have that here in my state or in my city, but I have heard that there are some places that you can't ride a bike at night without a certain set of lights or in well-lit places, things like that. So night riding, two different manufacturers, and you'll even see labels, sometimes a sticker on a bike. They'll tell you to avoid riding at night because it is more dangerous. Okay, so that doesn't sound safe at all. Is it really that dangerous, though? Well, let's go a little further down this road. I want you to take note of what we can and what we can't see here. This is going to converge into two small lanes. There's not much of an edge here, and then a drop off into grass. There's a church here, but residential housing on both sides. And you see a few street lights. That's house lights. That is a speed limit sign. I believe another sign there. And I also want to note that this is a subtle incline. You can see my headlights kind of varying up and down as I hit a few bumps. But there's a subtle incline here. And then it plateaus and it drops off, and there are businesses on the other side of this. And this road, I don't even ride my scooter if I can avoid it up this. It's a 50cc scooter. This is a 40-mile-per-hour road with people trying to get to their houses or to wherever they're trying to go, and they usually don't go 40. So if I'm riding up this, I'll ride my scooter down it. But if I'm riding my 50cc scooter up this, I feel like I'm always waiting to be a speed bump. So I usually go through this neighborhood. Let's just move forward. I want you to take note. You don't see really anything there. Let me move just a little forward here. Can you see that? See that little flash of just a little something? So I see that, and instantly, I wonder what it is. I wonder if there's an antenna down here that I haven't noticed before that has a red light on it. And then my spidey senses kick in. You know, I'm always looking for fellow cyclists. I start thinking, potentially, could someone be on this road at this time of night? Now, let me tell you, you see this date and timestamp here. This is incorrect. This is the date that you're seeing this. This is actually 7:29, and it's not 4:03. It's slightly after 9 p.m. on a Saturday, and this is, we only see one or two cars on it here. But this is a busy road normally, so I think no one would have their bike here. I'm going to go forward and let you see. Sure enough, that little light that I saw is a bicycle light, and I can tell you this might be the first time in history that something has shown up on video to be brighter or more pronounced than it is in person. That light is way brighter in this video than it was when I was driving by them. Just want you to see how hard they are to see. Putting themselves in some danger here. A couple of things I want to mention here. Normally, this is a double line. I wouldn't pass this rider on this road. I would stay behind them till we get up to this intersection here. You can see there's the businesses I was talking about. I'm thinking, is that red light one of those? But I wanted to use this as a teachable moment. as I went around here. And by the way, I'm pretty sure this is a Trek bicycle. Let's talk about a couple of things that they could do, that any rider, all of us, could do to potentially make this safer. Thing number one is put yourself in the least amount of danger. I was talking about riding up this road, not being able to see them until I practically got up on them. Again, that light, not that bright in person. Just look at how invisible they are, especially when these car headlights come into view. So if I'm the average 9:30 Saturday night rider and I've got my nose buried in my phone, they're probably a mere speed bump to me. So they can put themselves in a better position, and they can do that quite simply. Let me back up here. This isn't very far. It looks far when I'm scrolling, but it's not very far at all. And right here is an entrance to a subdivision. And this subdivision, I filmed a lot in this. It's a nice little subdivision. You can turn in, and this road perfectly parallels the road that I'm on here. Let me go a little further. I'll show you right past this rider. That road is where that subdivision comes out, and turn left, and then you're right on this road. So if I were this rider, I would have taken the entrance route down here, ridden parallel to this in a nice 25 mile per hour, well-lit, very sparsely trafficked road, and then came out here, and now I'm in far brighter light in a far better circumstance for myself. More people can easily see me than traversing all of this in basic darkness, depending upon my very dim tail light to warn them that I am on the road. So number one, take an alternate route if available. And now I want to say, I am not critiquing this rider for riding at night. You might work, it might be your only transportation, or maybe it's Saturday night, maybe they can only ride on the weekends and this is the only time they have available. Just think they could have taken the safer route going in and going through this neighborhood. So that's thing number one. Thing number two. Now I want to say they are doing the right thing for thing number two by having a light, and also I notice that sign, there's only one sign. So, well, maybe it was that I'm seeing. I scroll back and forth here. Do they have anything? Nah, they don't have anything reflective on it. First, I thought they had something reflective along with that light, which would have been great. But it was just that street light there. But they did go through the effort to have a tail light, and I appreciate that, and doing a good job there. My problem is, as I mentioned, this shows up far brighter on camera here than it is in person. At best, I think this is maybe 7 lumens at best. I'm guessing it's probably a 2 or a 3 lumen light. And if you're going to buy a bike from a local bike shop, why not spend the extra $39 to $69 and get some good lights? Look, I have a lot of lights. I collect them like crazy, more than I could ever use. And when I do ride, I always use a tail light. That's more important than a headlight to me. A tail light, and I want the brightest one possible. But it's not just the brightness of the light. He has it on solid here. Every light that I've seen manufactured in the past few years has 2 modes. You'll at least 2 modes. You'll have a solid and seizure warning if you're sensitive to flashing lights. Look away for a second, I'll let you know when it's safe. But you can see this light solid and flashing, and look how much more prominent, how more annoying this flash is. Well, if this guy's light was able to flash, I almost forgot. It's safe to look again. I would have seen him from way back here. That flashing light would have definitely caught my eyes better than a little small, solid light. So all the lights that I've seen, flashing, local bike shop lights, great quality, but you can even go to Walmart and get a Schwinn light or a Blackburn light that are going to be very, very noticeable. Some of these are very, very good. I'll put links down in the description. A flashing light, a must in my opinion. And not only that, during the daylight, even the headlight. Flashing headlights, they all flash now. That would be even better, even safer. So 2 things that you can do as a bike rider to increase your chances. Take better routes than this rider is taking. And, I doubt that they're not from the area because I didn't see any backpack or anything. So they're probably just out for a ride, but they could have definitely taken a better route here. And they made the effort. They do have that tail light, so applause to them for that. And I also saw a helmet. They did have a helmet, so that's great. But I would say if you can afford that local bike shop bike, get a better light. I would spend $50 less on a bike to get a better light if I plan on riding at night regularly. And again, I'm not critiquing this rider for being out riding because you're free to do what you want to do, but just be as safe as possible. And you can get some good lights at big box stores that are going to be brighter than what this person has. They do have a good bright headlight, and that's showing up well. So the tail light, I don't know. And it looks like it's backpack mounted. At first, I thought it was down. When I passed them, I thought it was down lower, but I'm seeing in this video, it looks like it's on their back. So yeah, there's that. Let me know what you think about bike safety. Do you ride at night? And if you do you use a tail light? I hope you do. And if you do have a tail light and you do ride at night, do you keep it on flashing? Do you agree with me that that is the safer option? Thank you so much for watching this video and for watching KevCentral. I hope you have a great day and a safe night.